So, as you can see, you don't see Stubbs in here no more. I'm gonna miss my friend. I truly am. I'm very upset about the matter that he's not here anymore. I couldn't keep him in. He wouldn't stay in. He literally charged at me when I came in through the gate. I didn't know he was out. I was wearing a red shirt yesterday, and that's a big no-no. When you're dealing with a mean, any type of livestock, you shouldn't wear the color red around them, because red, like, is a color that antagonizes them. And I guess my Stubbs decided when I was gone and he heard my car leave that he literally jumped out of here. He busted through this whole entire pen. We worked diligently. We took back parts off, busting out. I put the cinder block, which and be on and that wood theme on the side of that cinder block. No match for him. He continued to bust out of his pen no matter what we done. I have no electricity back here. I had purchased one of those Premier fence, electrical fences to keep hopefully Bonnie and Clyde in. I set it up for Stubbs. I finally did get it. I set it up for Stubbs. He tore through it one day. 10,000. That thing did not even stand up to my Stubbs. He was, I don't know what they call it, but he wasn't sound in his mind no more. I reached out to organizations. I reached out to other YouTubers. I reached out to rescue facilities, save an animal, save a livestock. There's thousands of pigs out there that will face the same consequences because nobody could save them, nobody could rescue them. Okay, we're in a really bad time now, and I lost my best friend here. I threw him in. I even tried to lure him in here with hot dogs yesterday. He would not go back into this mud area, and I was telling my husband, I think we need to tear it down and give him a whole new area because he smells those piglets in there, and his friends are not here no more, and he is mad as hell. And that's the whole reason why when they were babies, I didn't want to put them in the pen with him because he's always been an only pig. And then suddenly you're going to throw these little infants in there. He thinks those are his children. And it causes pigs to get mad. And that's why you don't do it like that. But my husband doesn't understand that. He didn't care. He was frustrated at the time and moment. He just made the call decision. We need the money. We're suffering. And I couldn't get rid of Stubbs for nothing. I offered him for free. I offered him as a donation. I offered to someone to come out here and split the hog with me. Nobody can help me. Nobody. And he got out, and he must have went through here, and the boys be back there be shooting those big AK-47s. And I think I made a video the other day. I heard a big gunshot when I was making the video. And I guess he must have ran out and landed out there on the street when the boys were shooting. They ran through, but they didn't know where he ran through. That's the back portion of my property here. I mean, I'm literally still up here by this tree. I don't know if you guys could see it because it is, let me try to blow it up. Okay, so where I'm talking about right here. You see this tree that's always got a hook on it right here? My property still goes down to this tree right there where it splits, okay? And they ran him in right there, and they ran up, ran down, caught him over here on the backside of our property. He knew he fucked up when he went out on that street and those people were out there with that pistol. It's a danger, and this has been going on. So we're going to tear down this. I guess I don't want to give Junior Petunia these blue bowls. These bowls are going to go into the backyard where I had to have someone come with their ATV and drag him back here. And I'm not going to show you much because I don't know what my husband has done to cover him up. I should have put this over him last night. But this was Stubbs's area. This is where he was most happy. This is where he's been. Stubbs has never, ever, ever ran up to the front of the house. But once he kept on breaking out with those piglets, he was running up to the front of the house. And he was running all the way up to the front gate where you're not supposed to be. And it's sad. It's really, truly sad because this is why I didn't want to get Stubbs. When I got Stubbs, he was in this little pen, this little area. And Bonnie didn't accept him. Bonnie wouldn't accept him. And Clyde, may he rest in peace. That's where Clyde died, and he died inside his mud hole. And I really do believe that Clyde got sick from something in this back portion of our area. And come to find out, we have lots of foxes on our land. And I think the foxes' poop is in the ground, and they're roughing it up. They're eating the grass. And he could have got something from a fox and died from it, okay? And from where Junior Petunia is, all the way back here to this one last area, the pigs basically done for me. They were good pigs. They really do. But Stubbs, he didn't know nothing about working. He's not a working pig. Bonnie and Clyde were definitely working pigs. So that's Clyde's resting place. That's Bonnie's resting place. And now Stubbs is right there. That's it. I can't. This whole area, I got that burn pile I got to take care of. But this whole area is going to be closed off. The scavenger birds are out and about. I had covered him last night with a nice big, one of my nice big satin sheets because I didn't have anything. And then I took off. I didn't realize there was a blanket. I had that blanket, but I didn't realize underneath that blanket was another blanket that sat right over there. So I took my good satin sheet for my first layer and I wrapped him up as best as I can. And I sat there and I told him this was going to happen to him. If he kept on getting out and met the wrong person, they were going to kill him. And when he charged at me, I saw the rage in his eyes. I sat in my car for almost 2 hours before my husband came out because I couldn't get out. I was just so scared of him right now at that point. When you see the rage in an animal's eyes and you don't have a gun to handle the situation with the livestock, then you're in a dangerous situation. Your mouse will just sit wherever you are, where you're safe. I feel bad for him. I really do. But he's home, resting easy at the Rainbow Bridge with Clyde, Bonnie, now Stubbs. And this whole area, in 1 year, I'm going to shut it down for 1 year. So November of 2021, we'll come back into this area. I mean, we'll come in and clean it out and stuff, but literally to do anything in this area will have to be 1 year. And that's it. I'm done. Because he didn't need to lose his life. He didn't need to lose his life. He could have went to a rescue facility. Somebody could have helped me with this pig. He didn't need to lose his life. He was becoming a danger here. He needed to move somewhere where he knew that he could walk around this whole entire property. Wherever my dogs are going, because he thinks he's a dog. Wherever the dogs were going, that's where he was going. And he would go into the woods, but if he didn't smell the dogs, he would come right back. For some reason, he did smell the scent of some dogs in those woods back there. And they went all the way out to the street. But they were, last week, were tracking a rabbit. And I think that's what happened. He got kind of confused and landed out on the street. Which is, I don't know. So I got to put more dirt on him. So he is covered with a satin, a silk sheet. And then I had put his blue top on top of him. And then I got another bed sheet and placed that on top of him. And then I got the big, large white sheet that was sitting there. And I laid that on top of him. So that would keep, whatever's in those woods not to come on my property, to grab him and snatch him into the woods. And now we'll just continue pouring dirt on top of them. I can't do any more about it. And then this whole area, just close it off. Just have a fence running from here. Just fence it. I have a fence from Junior Petunias. I just got a fence. I'm going to just run it right there and inward so the dogs can't go in there and disturb anything back there. But other than that, all this got to be tear down. This pole has to, look at the tin. He broke it out there. He broke out here. No matter what, he's jumping over the fences. Massive, massive, massive. He was being mean to the other piglets. That's the reason why we got rid of them, because he was being mean and very controlling and wouldn't let them eat their food. And he broke right out of here. You can see the whole tin is missing. That's the tin that's in the water. He tore it off. And it's just very frustrating when you don't have he was a good pig, and then he just turned, and then he slid this away, and he jumped out of here. There's still food in his container. He hasn't eaten nothing. Just being here, being destructive. Stubbs had a nice palace out here. He had a nice area. He cleaned, between him and those piglets, they cleaned this whole entire area. And it was looking a little bit like that when we first put him in. We put him in that area, and he refused to do anything. He just laid there and let the piglets do the work. No, I need you to get up and do the work, bro. Bro didn't want to work. So therefore, now he's over there resting easy. I had to look, a pen within a pen, tin. This is a lot of work for people, and it's a lot of work. And if you have one animal that doesn't want to behave, it got to go. It's a danger. He had it really nice, and he's not here no more, and it's very sad. So now I have to take this down and dismantle it and give it to Junior Petunia over here and get him set up in a whole brand new pen area. Give him a whole nice little area for him to work in. And with his own little setup with his house and stuff, because winter's coming. It's going to get very cold, and I need to get him out from where he is, because he's done with that area. Take Stubbs' cage down, put in a whole new section out here somewhere until I find someone to rescue him. And coming in here, destroying everything. Even my composting area, just being really totally destructo out here. Man, I even think he was eating the compost area. So this is my compost area where I've been putting the pig poo and hay and stuff from the house, mixing it all together, and taking this out and mixing it, like I said, mix it together, water it down, let the sun bake on it for a little while. And then, in a couple weeks, I take it down there to the garden, and I spread it all out and stuff. And I always put, a layer of hay, layer compost, layer hay, compost, hay, compost, hay, compost, hay. And then you wet it down. And if you want to cover it, you can cover it. But I always make sure the sun and it's wet and stuff. So, yep. And that's what I'm planning on doing right now, is get this thing done, because I got to get this pen cleaned out first, and then get Junior Petunia's pen cleaned out. And then I'll take that old compost that's in there. I need to dump new compost, but it's kind of hard because I'm missing a bucket right now. I don't even know where it went to. Because Stubbs is just take off running on it. I don't know. I just pray for Stubbs right now. I know he's a good pig. I know he's home. He's home doing him. And now I gotta try to do me for a little while and not be so neurotic about these pigs and get back and focusing on what the hell I'm supposed to be doing out here. And this wasn't part of the game. Part of the game was to get the pig, help us with the land. When we were done with the pig, bring the pig back. And guess what? That didn't happen. The man didn't want the pig. I called that man all day yesterday about this damn pig. This boy, he literally stepped on this. He bent this down. I mean, look at me. I'm full standing on this thing. He stood on this thing and bent it. I wasn't going to get him back in this pen. He's like, you're not going to keep me in this pen. He's over here. See, ripping it out over there. I don't know, it's hard to see. But, see here, was ripping it out. He was going to either get out that way, and he came around, he said, fuck this shit. And he went right up over there, and he took off. That's what happened. He's mean. He was getting mean. So, I got to get to my thing for the day. I got to get me one more thing over here. Doesn't matter with Stubbs. He was a good boy, though. And he wasn't even eating his watermelons I gave him. He didn't want nothing from me. I wasn't his friend anymore, and he didn't trust me anymore. And once you lose the trust of an animal, that's it. Animal got to go because he's going to hurt you. Well, other than that, I hope everybody's having a great day, preparing for the storm, and hopefully we can get this shidag on the ground going here for 2021. Always remember, when you're working out in your garden, make sure you always have garden gloves on, because the ants could be very, very vicious, especially now. Ain't much going on. Yeah, that is just pecking on the floor. Alrighty, well, I gotta get to my adventure. A doggy scooper, a bucket, pick up your compost, get into your compost area, and mix it up, water it down, let the sun hit on it a little bit throughout the day, cover it up, use it in your garden. Hope everybody has a great day from Green Steel USA LLC. And just remember, rest in peace, Stubbs. Ciao.